Welcome back to the Ladies Night Podcast. Your host, Hunter, and
Carson. Don't forget to check out the social medias. You know them. The Instagram, the TikTok, and the motherfucking Twitter. And now we got Facebook. So you old people that want to be like, hey, we're on Facebook. You might not be old. I'm just saying.
What do you define as old?
I don't know. Old enough to be on Facebook. You know, you like your politics, or if you know, or just really on Facebook a lot. We're on Facebook. Give us a follow. The clips go on there, just like everything else. So yeah, and while we're at it, you can go ahead and leave a like on this video, subscribe, and as me and Hunter were just talking about, go check out the Spotify. So yeah,
we got a little behind apparently.
Yeah, but it's caught up by now. So,
yeah.
Anyways,
I
hope you guys enjoyed the last episode, the Christmas episode.
Yeah, with a special guest.
With Josh. We'll have him on again at some point. Probably the next time we have him on, it'll probably be more in person.
Yeah.
Because we got we got this week that we're recording, and then we got next week, and then we go back to college that weekend of next week. So after next week's episode, we'll be back in person. You know, the good old blue and the purple.
Yeah, so, the colors. We meant to have that
pink,
this time.
Whatever the fuck. Yeah, we just forgot. We
forgot
the lights. So, yeah, but we'll have Josh and hopefully some other guests again soon. So, yeah. What else? Also, next week's episode will be coming out it'll be after New Year's. So, you know, it won't really be a New Year's episode. This won't really be a New Year's episode either. But Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
If you're in 2024, tell us if the world's ended yet.
Yeah.
And if you're not in 2024, tell us what you hope happens.
See what the year brings.
Yeah. Because people do their New Year's resolutions.
I do not.
I don't either.
I know I won't follow them, so why do it?
I don't follow my own regular things that I tell myself. So
exactly.
It's like, what? If I did give myself a resolution, it'd be like, try to learn something new when it comes to like art. I don't know.
Yeah,
just something.
A learning thing.
Just learning. I'd rather not make it like, I'll try to lose,
I'm gonna get
weight.
jacked
Start going.
Fuck.
Yeah, start going to the gym more.
New Year's resolution: taking steroids.
Yeah, let's take some creatine, some steroids, some ox blood, some horse cock serum, sperm. Yeah.
Just
anyways,
come. Got it.
Yeah.
Life
it gets your muscles all tensed up, ready to go.
Interesting.
You know it. Anyways.
Okay. Alright, you want to get right into the topics?
Yeah, you could start. I started last week with that banger of that flaming.
It was fire right there.
That hot fucking,
crispy
news article. So I bet you could do that now.
Alright. My first two are kind of doozies, but the Apple Vision Pro 2024 release. So, they're like mixed reality headset that they said they were going to do?
Yeah, I remember we talked about that.
It's being released in 2024.
Wasn't it like they were selling it for like $1,000 or something like that? It was like a lot of money.
Well, according to Forbes, it's $3,499.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like $3,500. It was something really fucking expensive for like no reason. Yeah, I remember.
It's mixed reality.
I remember us talking about that. Yeah, very expensive for no reason. I mean, people that have the money are gonna blow the money on it.
I mean, apparently,
just to see,
they're selling 500,000 units.
Well, sounds like people are already.
That's a lot of waste of money.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be super disappointing.
Probably. Yeah, honestly,
Microsoft bailed out of their mixed reality program. That's an article I saw. It's just not. It's very niche, right?
Well, I don't. It's all these companies. They try to get themselves in the same world at the same time, and it's like
a lot of competition.
You're all doing it way too fast, and one of you is just gonna get shut out right the fuck away.
Yeah.
And the AI shit. When the AI shit started popping off, all these big corporations were like, "Oh, we got to make our own." Oh, yeah, but they're all like, "We got to make this version of this," and now everything just has its own interpretation of AI in it. Legit, fucking most of the things that Adobe, like it has AI, Photoshop, Illustrator, fucking Premiere Pro, like those are the three main things that I use, and they all three have AI in them. I've fiddled with the AI in Photoshop a little bit just to see what the fuck it can do, but like when it comes to Illustrator or like Premiere, I really haven't. The Premiere thing's pretty cool because it'll make just the job a lot easier. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I haven't explored in it enough. I just, from what I've seen, it does things that makes the editing process a lot faster, a lot easier. So
I'd like that Premiere Pro. Sounds nice.
But that's just what they've, and then even, I don't know, just things in general. When there's a big boom in something in the technology era of things, everybody has to jump after
AI. Everything's AI now. You get a phone, just slap AI in the name, sell more of it.
Yeah,
it's like a buzzword now.
Yeah. But because it's like we don't need all these virtual or whatever reality fucking world things.
I went on
especially
Quora,
for that much.
Or I think it's Quora, where people ask questions and random people answer it. There's an AI part, where it has Chat GPT plugged into it, where it'll answer the question.
That's just stupid.
You just skip it, and you're like, that's gonna be some bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna give you some dumbass some fucking thing they got off of another website. Yeah, I don't want a website's answer. I want an actual person's answer. Thank you very much. But yeah, because I mean, you got Facebook doing the metaverse bullshit with their
which super failed.
Yeah, but they have their own fucking goggles for it or whatever
I
now.
They had one out.
Yeah, and then fucking Apple, like you're saying here, and then
mixed reality.
Yeah, but in mixed reality is such a different I think it's so much different than virtual reality because it's it's intertwining.
With reality.
It's intertwining the two.
Very difficult.
Because I was getting ready to talk about Oculus and shit like that, but it's Oculus is specifically virtual.
Oculus kinda does it, sorta, not really.
It shows you your surroundings whenever you're first fucking, setting it up. I don't really know what else it does.
That's the thing I like about Oculus. It's got a pass-through mode, so you double-click the button. It'll be black and white.
Yeah.
When you do that, you can have a colored version, but you can't be playing a game at the time.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But it's strange looking.
So what are they saying about this Apple thing? They're just coming out with it?
Yeah, early 2024 is when it should start shipping out.
That's interesting.
Yeah, like I said, I don't expect much from it.
Yeah.
But it's Apple, and that's the only thing that gives me faith in it.
Yeah, it'll probably be good. It'll be good. I don't think it'll, I think that's why they're marking it up so much in price, is just because they know it's probably going to be good and that it will sell. Now,
it'll sell. To a very niche group of people, though.
Yeah, I don't know how many people will be buying it right off the bat.
VR is successful, but not insanely successful.
No.
Because most people just can't afford it.
Yeah.
Especially this. It's $3,000.
Yeah, and just to drop that on one thing, it's like, that's fucking ridiculous.
I gotta be rich.
Yeah. Like,
I gotta buy the Oculus.
I have to have enough money just to be able to be like, oh yeah, I can throw down $3,500 for a fucking
$3.5
headset. Yeah. Just for a headset.
I could get half a car for that.
I could get 1/25 of a house for that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A partial down payment of something really cheap.
Yeah, I can put out a loan on a fucking go-kart for that. I don't know. It's
oddly specific.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. 3,500. That's definitely.
Yeah.
Quite a bit to be spending on something that you're in your house.
Yeah.
Like doing, like it's kind of stupid. I don't know.
I can't imagine there's a whole lot to do with it. You know?
Yeah. I'd rather just buy something more important. Because if it's mixed reality, it can't be that crazy.
Yeah. There's not going to be a whole lot for it either.
Yeah, not.
It's
right
just
when
Apple
it comes
shit.
out.
So
yeah, it'd have to be shit they come out with, and I'm sure they're not gonna be coming out guns blazing fucking right away with this thing. I'm sure it's gonna take some time to really adapt things to it, games or whatever the fuck they're gonna have to have.
I feel like it's not gonna be a thing where you play games on it. I don't know.
I wonder what the fuck it even is.
Like maybe a planning thing, more utility, like so you can see it in reality. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
It just sounds stupider now that you explain it like that. It just sounds even more stupid. Cause it's like I can just get on my computer and do that.
Yeah, but you get a 3D representation in a physical space.
Yeah, I'll get a headache working on it.
Yeah.
And get a headache while seeing it. Just like in general, it'd just be a massive fucking migraine.
Yeah, it'd be nifty.
Shit like that's already like, God, I don't want to do this.
Oculus has this thing I find really cool. They do like tracking your hands without controllers. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's really cool to see. I'd like to try it out, but I think you gotta pay for it.
Yeah. My little brother, he has a Oculus, and I've only played on it once, but I'd like to maybe.
He's got a Quest, right?
Yeah, I think.
I got the Rift S. I wanted to be able to easily use my computer with it.
Yeah, he has a Quest. It's just I don't know how to like. I haven't used it, so I don't know how to fuck around on it. I only used it once, and that's when he got it for Christmas last year. But
I heard good things.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that bad. We fucked around when he got it. Me and my sister and him, we like all were trying it out and shit. And I kept like, cause it has the controllers and shit.
Yeah.
I kept raising my hand too high, and the ceiling fan on my ceiling kept smacking the fuck out of my arm. And I'm like, turn the fucking ceiling fan off! It just kept pissing me off. Because I'm like sitting there trying to play and I'd smack or I almost broke the light bulb in it because I smacked the fuck
really
out
big
of
on
the ceiling
reaching
fan.
up.
Yeah, I get well, because I was trying to play whatever that monkey fucking game is on there.
Monkey
like where you
game.
It's like you're like a block monkey with a bunch of other block kind of monkeys, and you like run around and you're like me. You know what I mean?
Oh, you talking about Gorilla Tag?
Yeah, there we go.
Block monkeys.
They are. They're fucking block monkeys.
Sure.
They
I thought
are.
you would be like, I played Beat Saber because that's like the normal one.
Well,
right?
the Beat Saber wasn't on there. It was like that was the game
Gorilla
that came
Tag.
with it or whatever.
It might be free.
Yeah.
Beat Saber is like a must get if you get VR.
Yeah, that's why. But I think like most of that shit you got to pay for it, and I was like, I'm not buying this on his thing unless it's mine. Unless it's mine.
Yeah.
Which Also, speaking of games a little bit, on the last podcast, we kind of talked a little bit about, like...
Burning children?
No. Josh talked about Madden a little bit. How he went and bought the new Madden game and he got it for like 60% off, but the old Madden game was still like over $60.
Yeah, the previous one.
Yeah, they got it on sale on Steam right now, so I'm probably gonna get it just because I've been wanting a reason to buy a Madden game here recently.
Never seen the appeal of sports games.
I
don't know.
Madden's the only one I would, and I haven't played one since 2016. Like, the last one I played was the 2016 one. So, yeah. But since he got that, I thought, why not? I'll get it. And it's like, it's on sale on Steam right now. Steam's going on with their fucking Christmas sale or whatever. So it's like $27. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting that.
Okay, that's a good deal.
Yeah. Because it's originally like 60-something.
Those AAA titles are $70 anymore, so...
Yeah, it's probably close up there. I don't remember exactly, but...
69.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up getting that. But also, speaking of games, I was talking to you about this earlier. So the Game Awards happened this month in December. Happened earlier in December. I'm just now finding out about it. But
yeah, I just look at Steam stuff only.
Basically, so the Game Awards, think of like the Oscars or anything like that, Oscars. But for video games. So they hand out awards, and I think last year's Game of the Year was the God of War Ragnarok game.
That was well deserved. Yeah,
I fucking love that game. I haven't got to play it. I don't have a PS5. I watched through any game that is like it's weird. It's not that weird. Any game that's exclusive to like a console or something I don't have, I'll see if Jacksepticeye's made a episode or series on it, and that's who I go and watch. And I watched completely through his series on it. And ended up really liking that game, but he just started coming out with episodes again. I'm like, why is he coming out with episodes again? They just came out with a free DLC for that game. So I've been watching the episodes for that, which it's a really cool DLC. So with these new God of War games, it's like going into like he's in Nordic kind of styles now with like Odin and Thor and all this. And basically with this DLC, he goes into Valhalla, which is like you're only supposed to be able to go into if you've died
as like a warrior.
Yeah, which he has died. So he goes in there to do like these trial things, and then like he ends up what Valhalla does is it brings things from the past as you're going through the trial things. So it's going through his past shit whenever he was in Sparta, so in the old God of War games, which I think is really fucking cool.
Okay.
So I'm like really hooked on it, but they announced it during the Game Awards this year. Like, that's where they announced it at, and that's what he was talking about. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even check out the Game Awards whatsoever. I didn't see anything on it. So I was like, you know what? We'll talk about that on the podcast a little bit. So the Game of the Year for this year was Baldur's Gate 3.
I've seen so many fucking people playing that.
Which I had no clue what it was, because there's only been a few games I've been keeping up with this year, but it's been like Nintendo games, and that's really it. And so like when I seen Baldur's Gate 3, I'm like, what the hell is this?
I would love to have that game, but it costs a fair amount of money.
Well, whenever I looked it up, it said it's like an RPG style, like a D&D style game, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds pretty cool. And I was watching some gameplay on it, and I'm like, if this is a new game I get, it'd be this one. You know what I mean? Because it looks like
I would play that with you.
Looks like a really good game, and I probably
like every fucking streamer I watch is just playing that game constantly.
Yeah, but So that won Game of the Year. The other runners were Alan Wake 2, which I don't know. I don't know exactly what that is.
Alan Wake 2.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which I like the first Spider-Man game that came out for PlayStation, and then the Miles Morales game that came out. And I got to watch Josh play some of this Spider-Man 2 game that came out. And I really like how it looked. And I'm not too surprised that it didn't win for Game of the Year. Just because it's a superhero game. Yeah. Like, I doubt... Like, it looked good. Like, it looked really nice. And the story was very well done, everything else. But it's just not a game I could see winning Game of the Year. And then also there's Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's on there. Super Mario Bros.
I've never played a Resident Evil game.
I haven't either. Matthew's like obsessed over them. I've never played them in my life.
Yeah. Not a slightest clue.
The new Super Mario Bros. Wonder game. And then the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, that did come out. I have that game.
Yeah.
I had it pre-ordered when I got my Switch.
I was kind of, like I didn't know what Baldur's Gate 3 was, so I was kind of surprised that Legend of Zelda game didn't win, just because Breath of the Wild won when it came out a few years ago, so I was kind of expecting it to win, but overall, this Alan Wake 2 game won a bunch of different things. It won Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from it, but I've seen like the picture of it, and I'm like, oh, that does seem high quality.
Yeah.
A certain look of games.
Best Score / Music, Final Fantasy 16, which I can't believe they're still making those fucking games.
It works, you know.
Honestly, for me, I think
don't fix it.
This is kind of, it's kind of a stupid take, but for nostalgic reasons, I just think, for best score / music, Minecraft should win every year.
That's a hot take.
It's like, I'm telling you, I've been playing the fuck out of Minecraft
I think
recently.
Minecraft's music is good, but not that good.
Its soundtrack, like just its songs in general, for a nostalgic, like I'm just saying it for a nostalgic thing.
Doesn't
obviously it wouldn't happen, but if it was my choice, it would win every year. It'd win every year.
Yeah, every year I'd probably pick some smaller indie game if it was up to me. Yeah, they got some good shit.
Let's see. Best ongoing game. Cyberpunk 2077 won.
That's a game, alright.
In the running for that was Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Let's see what else we got here. Best indie games. A game called Sea of Stars was the winner.
Look up all this shit.
Some runner-ups for those were Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Dredge, and
I've seen a lot of shit of the Dave the Diver. It seems like kind of a funny game.
Cocoon won for debut indie game. We don't give a fuck about the mobile game winners.
Nope.
Best community support, Baldur's Gate 3 wins.
Yeah, people love that game.
Best VR and AR game, speaking of that, was Resident Evil Village, which that came out a few years ago. That's surprising.
Is it like a VR port, or is it just solely VR?
I think it's a VR port.
Is it a good one?
But yeah, the Resident Evil Village game was really good. That was like big when it came out. So let's see. Best action / adventure game was Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Best RPG was Baldur's Gate again. Best fighting game was Street Fighter 6. As long as they're coming out with a Street Fighter game, it's probably going to be the best. As long as Mortal Kombat ain't in that list. Well, actually, it does say right here, Mortal Kombat 1 was a runner-up, so...
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Them two probably fight.
6 Street Fighters.
There's probably way more. If you
they
think
just made
about it.
different names.
Yeah. There's probably way more, because it was on the fucking arcade machines for the longest time, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I feel like they just kept the same one then.
Yeah, for a long time. But, like, they're all the way back to Mortal Kombat 1 now. Like, they went all the way through 12.
Yeah.
And now they're back at 1. So
how does that make sense? Restart the number?
Well, that's what Call of Duty does. They're fucking back on COD 4, which also came out fucking, like, 10, 11 years ago or whatever.
I thought they were just remaking it.
They are remakes, but they also change the story of them, like to kind of what they're doing today. So they're not. So they're involved. So they're not even really remakes because they involve some old things, but then more new things. You know what I mean? I don't fully know because I haven't been playing them.
Is it like
so
the same story?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
I don't think so. Game. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's a different story with like the newer characters that they've been coming out with since like Modern Warfare 2019, and then they just they bring some old characters back from those original games into these ones, kind of. I think. Because like they brought Ghost back and all this other shit, but Ghost was technically dead.
I don't know a single character in the Call of Duty games.
I don't know. It's weird. Let's see. Super Mario Bros. Wonder won for Best Family Game.
Bam.
Pikmin 4.
What is that?
Was the best sim/strategy game. Pikmin is like... Have you ever played Super Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Okay, he's the like human dude that wears like the astronaut thing.
Freaky fucker.
Yeah, he kind of has like your nose and he throws around little turnips. You know what I mean? He has like a very big nose.
I just figured that was kind of like a child's game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it definitely is.
I search up Pikmin and I just see this picture in like the sponsored area. It's Dr. House and it's like a angryish face of his and it says "I love Pikmin."
Okay, that's interesting.
It's $17.
Not bad. Okay. Yeah. Pikmin 4 just came out, I think. So I'm surprised it's.
What are you even doing in the game?
I don't know. It's probably just a platformer.
I love me some
like
platformers.
A platform attack game.
I can't wait till Hollow Knight. I think it's Silksong comes out.
Yeah.
That shit's been delayed for years, though.
I'll give one more last thing. Best esports game was Valorant.
Hell yeah.
Valorant was the winner. The runner-ups for that was PUBG Mobile. People love
PUBG Mobile.
Like, am I Indian? Am I gonna play it?
That's supposed to be.
I don't know. When I used to play PUBG Mobile back in the day, a bunch of Indian people were playing it.
Interesting.
Like, I just remember Indian people playing it. I don't remember why, but like me, it became weird after a while because like me and Matthew and Josh, we would play PUBG Mobile and we're sitting there just on Discord or whatever and we're playing PUBG Mobile, and then Matthew's like, "Hey guys, my mom's wanting to play with us." I'm like,
fun
what?
For the family. Fun for the family.
What? I ain't playing with your mom. I ain't playing PUBG. And she would try to just sit in the same room with him, where they could just both talk while we were on Discord or whatever the fuck. And they would just play.
I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I don't know, but
how would you feel about playing with your own mother?
I wouldn't.
You just wouldn't.
I don't mind.
Hell no.
I don't.
fuck off.
I don't mind. So every year for Christmas, my mom ends up buying like a new like kind of board game or card game or something, and we end up playing it. And this year she bought Cards Against Humanity and What Do You Meme? And we ended up staying up till...
Humanity is a risky one for family.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I did not give a fuck. I was saying all of it. The thing was, we were up till 3 o'clock. I didn't win. I lost by 1.
Oh, shit.
My sister, my mom, and this guy that was at our house.
Guy?
Yeah, my sister's guy friend. Okay. Whatever. They tied with 10 cards, so then we had to play one more round, because I was like, okay, I'm done at 3 o'clock, because it was 3 in the morning on Christmas Eve, so it's basically Christmas at this point. And
it is Christmas, but...
What's bad is, so everybody knows how bad Cards Against Humanity is. We were playing with my 9-year-old brother.
Oh, God.
So whenever it said a very bad thing, like... anything bad.
Walk out of the room.
No, we wouldn't even say walk out of the room. We would just say blank, and we would just show everybody the card. Or we would make up a word.
Takes away the oomph from it.
Or we'd make up the word, but we would know what word that is. Like, we would know, because they'd show us the card. But what made it funny is that he was playing and he didn't know what that word was, so he would just put down a card that he thought made sense to that. So sometimes it was the funniest shit known to man. I don't even know. I can't even think. But we were up till 3 in the morning doing that, and it was fun. But that's the only time I'd play a game with my mom. Like, anything like that. I'm not sitting there PUBG Mobile with my mom.
I would play like a Mario game.
It's not happening.
With mine.
Yeah, maybe. It's just like a family game.
My mom was big into Mario when she was younger. That was like the only game she played.
I'd definitely play a family game.
Because I'm like, oh, what'd you play it on? The Nintendo. It's just called the Nintendo. I'm like, oh, a little old.
Yeah.
The Nintendo.
The 64?
I don't know.
It had to have been the 64.
She just said the Nintendo, because I asked, like, the Nintendo 64? And she's like, I don't know, we just called it Nintendo.
I'm sure it was probably the 64, and they just called it the Nintendo, because that's, like, the only thing that it probably could have been.
What's their earliest console?
The 64.
So it's probably the 64.
Yeah.
Technically, I had 2 Nintendo 64s.
Because the Nintendo 64 and then like the Atari and all that shit came out, but those are, different game.
I wonder why they called it 64.
I honestly don't know. That's a good thing to look up.
Yeah, why is it?
Nintendo 64. The final design was named after its 64-bit CPU.
Okay. I had a feeling it was something to do with that.
Which aided with the console's 3D capabilities.
Huh. Yeah, that would.
Came out in 1995. Not bad.
Damn.
Not bad at all. Okay, we can go with one of yours now.
We could just skip one of mine because we're half an hour in, right? Okay. We could just go with my banger one.
Okay.
And skip the shittier one.
I still technically got 2. That wasn't really a news article. I just wanted to talk about it because there's something that's going on right now. So I technically only have 2 news articles.
All right. Some Mexican pharmacies are selling full bottles of Adderall.
Hell yeah.
But it's actually meth.
Oh, shit. What the fuck? How?
Because I was like, holy shit, full bottles of Adderall, right?
Yeah.
And then you read, but it's actually meth on top of that.
That's fucking hilarious. If Walter White would have done that, he wouldn't have got caught as soon. You know what I mean?
Just bottles of meth.
Yeah, he would just been an Adderall dealer, not even a meth dealer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking... in Mexico, huh?
In Mexico.
So they started off with a bang in the middle of the year with the fucking aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mexico's going wild.
And now they're like, oh, we're just going to start selling Adderall that's actually meth. You know?
Oh, it's methamphetamine tainted Adderall. So it's still Adderall.
Yeah.
But with meth in it.
Okay, so yeah. It's
just both of the best.
It's a
of
horse
both
tranquilizer.
Worlds.
It's gonna kill a horse. It's gonna kill a fucking elephant.
Yeah,
it'll kill a human.
Shit sounds crazy.
Because Adderall's already bad to begin with.
Yeah,
when you're not supposed to be taking it. And
yeah.
then meth. You know, us being in West Virginia, I think people need to start selling that here.
We got fentanyl.
No, yeah, you're right.
Meth.
We already
burning
got
down buildings.
Well, you know,
time.
You know, you're right. We got competition now, though. They got Adderall mixed with meth. We got our fentanyl mixed with meth.
Fentanyl's hurting our business here.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
They're taking out the local cookers, right?
Yeah, they're taking out the little man. Nobody wants to buy shit because they think they're going to get fentanyl.
What about the little man?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can't make fentanyl in your home.
And the police and the government's like, oh, fentanyl. See, we're not even caring about fentanyl that much.
But they'll crack down on their meth, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bring back meth.
Yeah.
Legalize
I think we
meth.
need, legalize meth.
Ban.
You know how many more people would be happy?
Yeah.
If they legalize meth.
They'd be burning down less homes, saving lives.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to deal with half the people at the McDonald's that I work at.
I wouldn't
be too busy doing meth.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to build my meth lab in my house to hide it from the police. I could build it outside in the open.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wouldn't burn down my house.
Exactly. Because you gotta love when your meth lab just happens to catch on fire and burns down your fucking house. Like, damn, that was my third house this month.
Third house. My brother talks about his firefighter, right? He's like, you know, when you go to a house, you can just smell it. Just straight up meth.
I'm telling you, I think it was last year, I was going to my grandparents' cabin that's out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And me and my sister were going... They should have a meth lab. Well, people, like, out in that area...
Yeah, you could get the whole family to buy the stuff so you don't set off alarms.
Yeah. They're known for, like
meth?
People... No. People out in that area, they'll make moonshine and shit, and that's illegal, so it's like...
Pussy shit, really.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Alcohol, are you kidding me? Make hardcore drugs, dude. Not fucking pussy fucking alcohol.
Get your white people crack.
Yeah. Your white people crack, and your meth...
I stole that from some homeless dude. So...
What, the white people crack?
Yeah, that's where I first heard that. Some dude just walked up to a homeless dude. It's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm doing white people crack.
Hell yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah.
It's made to fuck you up, for sure.
Yeah.
But, no, yeah, we're like, more. We're driving out this road, and there's this, like, trashed up fucking hillbilly fucking house, you know what I mean? And right outside of it's this fucking RV that's covered in fucking trash with trash bags. This, I'm not even kidding. This had to be a real life Walter White, because
he watched the show and he thought he had to get in that business.
We drove past it, and I've never smelled meth before, but I bet if that was it, that was the fucking smell, because that was a very specific.
Know meth,
yeah, that was a very specific fucking smell. Like, you know, when people smell a dead body, they could tell it's a dead body.
Yeah.
That was a bad smell. We had to open up the windows. We had all the windows closed. We had to open them up to get the air, smell out. And it stayed in my nose. I had to sit there and hyperventilate through my nose to get the fucking smell out. It stayed.
Fucking meth.
It was a bad smell,
strong.
and I'm like, that had to have been fucking...
I just wonder about the firefighters when they're just standing outside of those. Like, you're smelling burning meth.
Well, because, like, they have their fucking mask on and shit, but I'm sure it's not
they only wear that
purifying.
in the building.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Because the mask you hook up to your oxygen.
Yeah.
So it's not filtering, it's just replacing.
So, you think any of this Adderall-laced meth is going to get to the U.S. eventually?
I sure hope so.
Yeah?
You know?
I think it should.
The fentanyl took out the local dealers.
I do. I think it should.
Some replacements.
Yeah, just like we were talking about earlier. Companies fucking running against each other. Competition, shit like that. Yeah. We need that shit. We need
something to take out the fentanyl business here.
And I'm not a MAGA, I'm not a fucking Trump, per se fan, but that could be something he uses to fucking get himself back on there.
He was the one that would be most adamant against that.
That's what I'm saying. He could say
across the border.
If it comes over here, he could be like, "See, if I was president, I make these walls strong as fuck."
That's true.
And this Adderall-laced meth wouldn't be over here; it'd be over there. That's exactly how you say.
And I'd have to travel across the border to get it. It's some bullshit.
Yeah, but you just call a donkey from over there. He'll come over, and then you go over.
It's got a fence in the way.
No, donkeys can climb fences.
Oh yeah, I forgot the well-known thing of donkey.
If it's on Adderall-laced meth, it's gonna climb a fucking fence.
It doesn't even climb; it can leap it.
It grows fucking hands and it climbs up the motherfucker.
I think it could jump it or just like walk straight through it.
Yeah, like phase through it.
I meant like tear through it.
Oh,
it's on meth and Adderall.
Well, it's not like concrete or anything. It's just a fucking wired fence.
It's just a fence.
I don't know. I'm, speaking of terrorists, right? No, we weren't talking about terrorists.
Biden.
I just thought, like, wouldn't it be crazy? There's like, because I was gonna say, imagine if somebody like strapped a bomb to a donkey and tried sending it into the
I'd like to do
Mexican border or something like that. Because like, didn't they used to do that in, like, World War II? They would strap like bombs and shit to like rats, and they'd go underneath the people's
I know
houses.
They trained dogs to go underneath tanks.
Yeah,
but then they went under the friendly tanks, so it was kind of an issue.
But they it was either World War I or World War II. They did that where they would like legit.
They tried out the dolphins too.
Yeah, the dolphins. Yeah, they tried
things.
it with the dolphins. Yeah, it was definitely weird because that didn't last. The dolphin thing
didn't work. None of them worked.
Well, the rat thing did. The rat.
So there was actually a rat thing.
Yeah, because they would put. I remember learning this in history class. They would put the bombs like in the rats or on them or whatever, and the rats would just run around, and then they would run underneath the houses, and then they would do like a nuke threat or whatever. So then they're doing the bomb sirens and all this other shit, and all the people are going in their houses and their bunkers or whatever the fuck, and then they just fucking light those bombs off and boom!
Explosive rats. That's crazy. Where'd they do this?
I don't. You know what? That's a good thing to look up. Where did the explosive rats happen?
I don't know. They put plastic explosive on these rats. What do they do? Like duct tape it on?
The explosive. Okay, this is what this is saying. The explosive rat, also known as rat bomb, was a weapon developed by. Oh, so it's by the British.
Oh, damn British.
Yeah, developed by the British Special Operation executives in World War II for use against Germany. Rat carcasses were filled with... That's how they did it.
Dead rats?
Yeah, rat carcasses were filled with plastic explosives and were to be distributed near German boiler rooms where it was expected they would be disposed by burning. So they would take the dead rat, they would put it in their body, throw it on the street,
and then they would burn the rat and explode.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. So that was, wasn't exactly correct what I was saying, but it was definitely smart, close enough. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Stop burning the dead rats?
Yeah.
Then it's just going to get people sick.
That's crazy, and they were smart about it too because they put it close to. They would know where their boiler room buildings were.
I guess so all that time they spent not brushing their teeth, they thought of these ideas, you know.
Yeah, their toothpaste has sugar in it. You know what I mean?
Sugar toothpaste.
Like I bet it does. How else does their teeth get that fucking bad?
You just don't brush it. Yeah.
But I don't know. But that was, I definitely think, you know, people just aren't innovative enough anymore. The last innovative war was fucking
more people
Vietnam.
Strapping explosives to animals.
Like fucking, you know, the Iraqi war, shit like that.
I mean, look at the Mexicans. They're getting creative. They're adding meth to Adderall.
Yeah, but like, Iraqi war, they're strapping bombs to themselves. Why not strap a bomb to a fucking vulture and have it fly over top of people and fucking bomb them? I don't know.
I don't know how you train a vulture.
I don't know. We got drones now to do that, so it don't really matter.
You could do crows, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, crows. But like, I'm just saying, like, obviously, I don't agree with using an animal to blow up somebody.
No, I think this is morally correct.
But people just aren't innovative with it anymore.
Yeah, like, when it comes to killing people, you know, it's something.
The traps. People don't make traps anymore. Make a fucking trap. Make a trap.
What do you mean by that? Like just
I don't know.
In
just
your
make
house,
a trap.
you know.
No, I'm just saying because
tied a shotgun to my door. You know.
I doubt it's easy. I'm sure it's pretty fucking hard. I don't know jack shit about military things. I don't know jack shit about any of it. But I'll tell you this. If a war ever had to happen, right? And
you want animals in the fight.
No, and I happen to get, you know, shipped off to wherever the fuck, it would suck. I'd hate it. But I would probably sit there and make traps. Because I'd be bored out of my fucking mind or scared because I'm going to die.
What type of traps you making? You digging a lot of holes?
I feel like I could do some like Vietnam shit, like dig some holes and put some spikes in it and fucking like, you know, let people fall in it. If you did get shipped
off, I don't think you'd be sitting long enough to dig a hole. You'd get in some trouble for just digging random assholes.
Yeah. Well, like, you gotta think too, because like, if we went to war, it would be against like, you know,
China.
It would be China, Russia, any of that.
I doubt it.
Technology's so crazy nowadays. There's no time to do anything. There's no time to do guerrilla warfare like that. It's
only if you're on the defense.
It's all tanks and fucking, you know,
artillery.
Machine guns and all this shit.
That's where it's at now.
I want to use
most of the deaths in the Russia-Ukraine war from artillery.
Yeah, but it's like, why can't we get out some old muskets and crossbows?
Muskets.
Treat it like it's fucking the Revolutionary War.
I'd probably see you get killed by an AR.
See? But that's what I'm saying. They would be so used to this normal fucking everyday war shit. If I was there, I'd strap a bomb to a fucking pig, send it into their camp, boom. You know what I mean?
That's probably the most American thing I've ever heard.
I would fucking do that. Suey mama.
I've heard that the big thing with the U.S. military is it's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
It's like you never know what the fuck they're gonna do.
I'm sure.
Because just if you get one group by themselves, they're gonna do something fucking crazy.
Well, every good war story is about a fucking group that got somehow separated with their big fucking, you know, their big posse. It's just like a group of like 6 or 7 people.
I think this man got like the Medal of Honor or something. A really big ass award. He died. He didn't live. But he got separated from his group when they deployed and it was in the dark. He was just by himself. He cleared out like a whole fucking bunker.
Holy shit.
He was shot. He was not gonna live and he's like, I'm gonna just beat the fuck out of these people.
See, you gotta have some fucking nuts. You know what I mean? You gotta have some fucking nuts to do that shit. And I think, honestly, there's not a lot of people that would do that. But I think most men, they definitely think, because I think that way, that if I'm like, I'm fucked, I'm at least going out with a fucking bang.
Yeah.
But then, you try to do it and you don't have enough spirits, and then you just get shot in the head while you're mid-doing it and nothing happens. You know what I mean?
At least you died with your boots on.
Yeah, I guess, but it's like... That's why I think...
something. You try.
I would definitely get in trouble, but I think I would definitely want to do something fucking crazily stupid like that. Like, just something...
A blaze of glory.
Just something. You know what I mean? Because I find that incredibly... even if you survive, to come back to America and, start a family, or if you already had a family, blah, 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 and to come back and be like...
Scarred by war and PTSD.
I strapped a fucking bomb to a moose.
A 5-year-old, and I tossed him down some stairs.
To a 5-year-old, I'm like, see ya!
Just like your brother.
Hell yeah. But this time it'd be with the bomb, you know what I mean?
Exactly. The way it should be.
I think I've told you the story about...
that man probably wouldn't have died if he strapped a bomb to a 5-year-old and tossed it in a bunker.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I don't know if he cleared out a bunker exactly. He just killed a shit ton of people.
Yeah. He probably... Yeah.
At least in encampment, he put a good hurting on.
But my grandpa told me a story about his dad. His dad fought in World War II and in Vietnam. And he said, I think this happened in Vietnam, that he was on the side of a tank. Like, they're riding through this town or whatever. Like, it was something weird. They're riding through the town, and they would give the kids, like, candy or whatever. And they see... and this sounds like a fucking scene out of a movie, because I feel like I've seen this exact scene out of a fucking movie. And he told me that his dad seen this kid talking to some person, his mom or some grown-up of some sort, and he comes running over with his hands behind his back.
I feel
and
like
how those
in a movie too.
How those fucking exactly, and how those how the military people are trained and the soldiers are trained that if somebody's because these kids would run out with their hands like in front of them.
Yeah, because they don't want to get shot.
He didn't shoot this kid. This kid's running up with his hands behind his back. He fucking ninja kicks like fucking Bruce Lee's that motherfucker right in the fucking skull. Just boom, kicks his ass.
Damn. Right
in the face.
Did he have anything?
I don't know. Probably. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I assume so.
I don't remember the rest of that story.
Why would you run up to soldiers with your hands behind your back?
I don't know. I don't remember the rest of that story. There could be more of that. I might ask him at some point whenever I see him. But, I just remember him telling me his dad just fucking, like, Bruce Lee kicked this kid. Like, this 6-7-year-old kid just fucking away from the tank. I don't remember what happened after that, but yeah, I was like, that just, what you saying about the 5-year-old thing just reminded me of that. But that I feel like I've seen that in like a movie where like a kid ran up with having a bomb or whatever, and
not
the guy
ninja
just
kicking him.
Yeah, just kind of.
Usually it's like the kid blows up the tank, or the kid just gets shot.
Yeah. I guess the dad didn't want to, his dad didn't want to shoot the kid or whatever.
Most people don't.
Fucking, Bruce Lee kicked this kid right in the fucking skull. Fuck.
That's putting it close, though, if they did have a bomb.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he was, like, from what my grandpa said, he's, like, hanging on the side of the tank. Because they were, like, somebody was controlling it, and then they were on the outside, like, handing candy or whatever the fuck, or, like, food, like, out. Yeah. And, like, he just...
Oh, that made me think of something.
Kind of like a fire truck. Pictured, like, somebody hanging off a fire truck.
I seen, like, it was a person from North Korea, and they were talking about how Americans would visit, right? And they would give them candy and shit. And then they were like, I don't see what the government was saying that whole time. It kind of didn't make much sense. These people were really nice. But something that the government would tell them was like, Americans are so poor that they have holes in their jeans.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, they're built in. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're built in. Can't afford to have tank jeans. Huh?
Yeah, fuck.
This is a sign your nation's that rich that they start making their things poor quality.
Yeah, they use less and less
for
of
aesthetics.
Fabric. Yeah, well, it's like they just want to use less fabric. So they're like, let me put a random hole here and make it ripped.
I don't think they're using less fabric. I think they're just tearing a hole in it.
Yeah, they're just... But it would like... Well... Because you got, like, the fucking fabric lines and shit. It's like they fucking, like, just didn't sew that.
You're like a sweatshop worker in, like, a really poor country.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm having to cut holes in these pants.
Imagine.
Who the fuck buys these? Imagine. Could be me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, speaking of Apple. Yeah, Apple does that. Those people were over there making their fucking...
Look. I like my electronics made by small children hands.
Yeah.
Precision.
Especially the foreign kind. Okay, speaking of shit.
About to hit an hour, by the way.
Yeah, we should probably finish up with our news articles. I want to talk about some stuff.
Okay.
Are you done with your news article?
Yeah, that was my last one. That was the cream of the crop right there.
Okay, we're going to rapid fire through these a little bit.
Oh, shit, okay.
Well, just
we talk a lot about children lately, huh?
Yeah. Well, there's not much of a difference between burning and then getting Bruce Lee kicked. You know what I mean?
I was more exploding thinking,
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about last episode. Anyways.
Well, burning and exploding. Both. Not so much the Bruce Lee.
This article, right? It talks about... You remember, like, a few months back or whatever,
Nope.
We talked about the zombie deer disease that was going on.
Oh, yeah, the chronic wasting disease.
Yeah, so scientists warn that this zombie deer disease could spread to humans as cases surge across the U.S.
All right, I guess they're eating raw deer meat.
Yeah.
Gotta look for those really funky acting ones,
Good thing, deer season's over.
That ain't stopping me. They don't stop my neighbors.
This says scientists have warned a zombie deer disease could spread to humans after hundreds of animals were infected with the illness in the U.S. over the last year. Hundreds of animals. They didn't even say deer. They said animals.
That shit's been around for a long time.
It says chronic wasting disease, as you just said, which leaves animals drooling, lethargic, stumbling, and with a blank stare, has been found in 800 samples of deer, elk, and moose across Wyoming. Just in Wyoming. 800.
Yeah, that's crazy. Really starting to spread to a lot of different places.
But experts
people need to just learn to be careful of what they're hunting.
Yeah,
it's like if it ain't acting right, don't
kill it.
Well, just kill
it, but don't eat it.
Or don't kill it and just report it, and then they'll probably kill it for you.
Yeah, they'll stow away with it. This says, but experts warn the disease was a slow-moving disaster and urged governments to prepare for the possibility of it spreading to humans. The mad cow disease outbreak in Britain provided an example of how overnight things can get crazy when a spillover event happens from, say, livestock to people. A researcher says we're talking about the potential of something similar occurring. No one is saying that it's definitely going to happen, but it's important for people to be prepared. But history repeats itself no matter what, so I'm sure it will. The mad cow disease shit was pretty bad, so I'm sure if this gets there, then it will be pretty bad as well.
Well, we'll see how that develops. I don't know. They might figure out how to quickly prevent it.
Yeah, maybe.
We're getting better at it. I mean, COVID vaccine was record time.
Do they even? Let's see.
What are you looking up?
There's no really cure for the mad cow disease.
Yeah.
There's no vaccine or anything like that. So I don't think they could come out with per se a vaccine.
What is the mad cow disease? Is it just like a virus?
Let's see, because I don't exactly fully remember.
Yeah.
Mad cow disease. A brain disorder in adult cattle that may spread to humans through diseased meat. Humans may acquire the disorder by eating diseased meat products. When it comes from cattle, the disorder is called blah 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 disease and ultimately leads to dementia and death. The condition is rare.
I think it's one of those things where it's like it's very niche, so there's no point to develop it, like spend a lot of money on it.
Says it's rare. The condition.
Yeah,
rare, but it's easy. I feel like it's easier to tell in a cow than it is in random deer
and elk. I think it's also
one
of those things that it's like once you show symptoms, you're fucked.
Yeah. Well, because that's what this
Better
is.
prevent.
The disease is marked by rapid mental deterioration, usually within a few months. Most people eventually lapse into a coma. The treatment focuses on keeping the person as comfortable as possible.
Yep.
That's
as their
much of a treatment. Yeah, that's much of a treatment, but they can't really do much else, so it makes sense. But
that's happened to me. Just put me down.
I don't.
Why spend the money to make me comfortable?
Yeah, I'd rather be at my own house. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit at a hospital.
You know what? Put me down like a cattle. You know, just the bolt guns
in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Euthanize.
A person would squirm at that rate, or would they just drop?
I think they'd drop. I think they would.
Not like other animals.
I mean, we could ask Jeffrey Epstein, but apparently he killed himself. So,
damn Hillary.
Damn. Them fucking Clintons.
Clintons.
It didn't even say her name on the flight log. It said her husband. What the fuck?
Yeah,
she was the one that killed him. That's fucked up.
She was jealous.
Yeah. Okay, and my last article. So we got keep out looking for that fucking mad deer disease.
Yeah, and report it when you see it.
Okay. So I don't know if you know who this Gypsy Rose Blanchard is.
Never.
She's been all over the news the past few weeks to a few months. No, so basically, she's being released from prison this Thursday. Basically, in 2015, her and her online boyfriend created a plan to kill her mother, named Dee Dee.
Oh, nice.
Gypsy was believed to be terminally ill and passed off as younger than what she was blah blah blah. Anyways, basically with that whole story, I was reading on it, and Gypsy's mom, Dee Dee, suffered from her own mental illness that made her think that it made her wanting to be a caregiver, made her really wanted to care for other people. And basically what she did to her daughter Gypsy is she made her...
Oh, wait. No, this is starting to sound familiar.
She made her very, ill. She kept giving her very different diagnosis on things, like medical things, that just weren't true, but then she would make them true.
I don't know if this is the same thing. I think it's separate, but it's like some girl that was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, she was in a wheelchair.
Okay, and it was the mother doing it for publicity.
Yeah, because well, not really. It was kind of publicity. It
got gifts
to her. Shit. Yeah,
what I'm talking about, they got a whole home out of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it made her feel nice about it, but it. Also, they found out that it was also in the mother's head, that it was a mental illness that made her think like that. Basically, what this says, I'm trying to find it, blah, 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 blah. Basically, she needed a sleep machine. She had no teeth after a while.
Oh my god.
because
maybe she should have been doing meth.
They
got the same symptoms.
They diagnosed her with having like seizures and asthma and hearing and visual impairments.
Maybe she was just on meth.
Dee Dee said she was suffering from leukemia, and muscular dystrophy, and said that she needed a wheelchair, but she didn't. She didn't have any of that. But the thing is this girl is taking all that medicine for that when she doesn't have any of it.
Oh, yeah, because leukemia, radiation, right?
Well, I don't know if they ever gave her radiation.
Okay.
But,
yeah, because that's kind of... How did she get these medications?
Basically, they were taking her to the doctor. The thing is it's all mental, so... Her mom sitting there telling her that she has all this shit and giving her all these certain early medications that you can just get. This was in the 90s and early 2000s, so you could really get this shit a lot easier. It wasn't just
doctors taking the mother for her word.
They would go to the doctor, but then the doctor would say, oh yeah, she does have this. So they would diagnose her technically, and then that's how she'd get all this medicine.
They just hear the symptoms and be like, oh yeah, that's that.
But they had, the mom got her salivary glands removed.
That's strange.
Then eventually, don't know. Then eventually Gypsy's teeth rotted, and this says perhaps due to her medications, her missing salivary glands, or neglect, because her mom would just neglect her as well, would just leave her alone, whatever.
Strange case.
But she finally grew up and got tired of it, and then one day in 2015 she murdered her with this online boyfriend of hers.
Wait, did she actually kill her mother?
Yeah, and she feels bad. She feels bad for it now. She said she has said that her mother never deserved it. She don't think she should have done it. All this other stuff. A lot of murderers say that. Overall,
I don't know. She might have deserved it. You know.
You gotta think, if this happened in 2015, she went to prison probably.
How's her mother not in prison or a mental hospital?
At that point, I don't know. I really don't know. But
not a stable person here.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now about it, just because when they would when family would go to the court hearings and stuff, they would see Gypsy walking. Because guess what? She didn't need the fucking wheelchair. She didn't need it. And they were there's legit a clip where, because there's a whole series. I think it's called.
Yeah, I might have watched it.
They have two. I think
one's called The Act. Kind of
yeah, one's called The Act, about Dee Dee and Gypsy.
I think there's a documentary. I did see the part about her killing her mother. I think it was the part I did not.
And then there's a documentary on it called Mommy, Dead, and Dearest.
Mommy, Dead, and Dearest. Yeah. What a name, really.
Yeah, very interesting. But, but there's clips. I seen a clip today or yesterday of a family member saying how shocked they were when Gypsy walks out and she doesn't have her wheelchair, because that was the first time she had seen her without being in a wheelchair. And apparently the whole time basically majority of the time she was in prison, she wasn't in one. And they'd have to buy her wigs and stuff, and now I think she has her natural hair back and all this.
It actually grew back.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. But it's surprising that she's getting out this year, because if so she went in 2015, that's when the murder happened. So I'm assuming it was 2015. So, and she's getting out this Thursday. So that would be about 8 years. So but for the mother, for the murder of a family member, that's not a long time. But I think they probably took into account a lot of things.
Yeah, the basic abuse, you know.
the physical
that
and mental
wasn't
abuse of all
really
that, yeah.
punished or anything.
Yeah. So that's probably why she got it off easy.
Fairness.
Well, she didn't get it off easy. She still had to do it.
I don't know. 8 years is pretty easy for
definitely
murdering someone.
And very young, because she
and it was planned.
She was born in 1991, so she's probably only in her late 20s, early 30s at this point. Well, I'd say 30s, because 90s, 91 would have been 30 years ago.
Yeah.
In 2021, so she's probably about 32, 33 now at this point.
Something like that.
I did see something about an article talking about how nobody talks about the boyfriend, like the online boyfriend that much. Yeah, that's true. And they really don't. I mean, I seen some things on it. From what I've seen, he's still in prison. I don't know how long of a sentence he has, but
his is probably longer because, he wasn't the one that was mistreated like that.
Yeah. Well, because she planned it out with him, and I think he,
How involved was he?
I think he did more of the action than she did, but I don't exactly know. I could be wrong on that, but...
That's interesting. Because, what type of person you gotta be to agree with your girlfriend to kill her mother?
Up one. Yeah. Definitely a fucked up one, for sure.
Something ain't right there.
Yeah.
Weird situation.
Yeah, that's all I got news-wise.
Yeah. I think we're good. A solid time.
Okay.
We got an hour 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like
and subscribe. Check out the Spotify and the Facebook now.
Yeah, on the Facebook, you old people. Once again, I'll say that again.
Old people.
Check it out, brother. They're the clips. You love them.
I feel like I consider old people in their 70s or 60s.
I don't know. Just everybody uses Facebook. Yeah. Everybody uses Facebook. But,
I don't. I have Facebook.
I feel like people that are... Shit. Okay, here... I'll change what I said. I think younger people, when they're on Facebook, that's who see the reels and stuff.
Yeah.
Older people, they might watch reels, but I feel like they're just on it to post. You know what I mean? They're looking at their friends and families post, and they're
probably
posting
a more
whatever the fuck they want to post. Yeah. But that you see more old people posting on Facebook. You see more younger people just they'll post. People post.
I mean,
everybody posts.
Well, but Meta is in a good position because they got Instagram for their younger audience and Facebook for their more mature one.
Yeah, exactly.
They cover the spectrum.
They still cross a little bit, but they definitely do.
They let them mingle.
Well, yeah.
Well, all right.
Guess that's it.
Yeah. Have a good one.
See ya. Goodbye.
Good night.